Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Clarity English Podcast. I'm Emma, and today we're diving into part 2 of our Keep series because there's so much more to this powerful verb.
Hi everyone, I'm Mike. Last episode we covered the basics of keep, how it means to continue doing something, maintain, and to possess or hold.
Today we're going deeper. We're exploring advanced usage, phrasal verbs with keep, and those tricky situations where learners still get confused.
Because keep is everywhere in English. Once you master part 2, you'll understand it in almost any context.
So let's dive in and explore the verb that never stops giving us something to talk about. Let's start by reviewing what we learned in part 1, then go deeper.
In part 1, we talked about keep meaning three main things: continue doing, maintain a condition, and possession or holding.
In keep going was continue, keep calm was maintain, keep your money was holding or possession.
Right. Now let's build on those foundations with more complex usage.
Let's talk about keep with gerunds in more detail. This is where it gets tricky.
Keep doing something is one of the most common structures. I keep forgetting my keys. She keeps calling me. They keep asking the same question.
So keep plus gerund means the action repeats or continues repeatedly.
Exactly. Keep doing shows an action that happens again and again. He keeps interrupting me means he does it repeatedly, over and over.
How is that different from continue doing?
Keep doing implies repetition or annoyance sometimes. I keep making the same mistake suggests frustration. I continue making the same mistake is just factual.
So the emotional tone changes based on which verb you choose.
Yes, keep can carry emotion or frustration. Keep doing suggests this keeps happening despite my efforts.
Can you give more examples?
I keep trying, but nothing works. There's frustration in that. She keeps saying the same thing. There's exasperation. The repetition carries emotional weight.
Let's talk about keep with objects and what follows them.
Keep something plus adjective we covered in part 1, but let's deepen it. Keep your room clean. Keep the water hot. Keep yourself safe.
So you're maintaining a state or condition.
Right, and notice you can use reflexive pronouns. Keep yourself motivated. Keep yourself healthy. Keep yourself focused.
That's important for expressing self-maintenance.
Absolutely. It shows you're taking responsibility for your own state.
Now let's talk about phrasal verbs with keep. These are where things get really interesting.
Keep up is one of the most common. Can you keep up means can you match the pace or stay current?
Can you give me examples?
The class is moving fast. Can you keep up? Keep up with the times means stay current. Keep up with the news means stay informed. Keep up with your friends means maintain contact.
So keep up means to maintain pace or maintain connection.
Yes, it's flexible. Keep up with your work means don't fall behind. Keep up with your payments means stay current on bills.
It's about matching or maintaining something.
Exactly. Keep up means maintain connection or pace.
What about keep on? How is that different from keep?
Keep on is slightly more emphatic. Keep talking versus keep on talking. Both mean continue, but keep on adds a bit more intensity.
So keep on is more insistent?
A little. Keep trying sounds more determined than keep trying. Not a huge difference, but there's a nuance.
Let's talk about keep off.
Keep off means don't touch or stay away from something. Keep off the grass is a sign you see everywhere. Keep off the ladder.
So it's about avoiding something.
Yes, and it can be about subjects too. Keep off that topic. Keep off personal subjects. It means avoid discussing or engaging with something.
What about keep out?
Keep out means don't enter or don't allow someone to enter. Keep out of trouble means avoid trouble. Keep out of my business means don't interfere.
So keep out is about not entering or interfering.
Right. Keep out of this means don't get involved. Keep out on a sign means don't enter.
Let's talk about keep back.
Keep back is less common but important. The police told everyone to keep back. It means stay at a distance.
So it's about maintaining distance.
Yes, and it can also mean not fully disclosing. She's keeping something back means she's hiding or not sharing something.
That's interesting. Keep back can be physical or emotional.
Exactly. Keep back from the fire is physical distance. Keep back your feelings means don't fully express them.
What about keep away or keep away from?
Keep away from that dog means stay distant from something. Keep away from alcohol means avoid it. It's about maintaining distance or avoiding something.
Similar to keep out?
Similar, but keep away is more about you moving away. Keep out is more about something being restricted.
Let's talk about keep down.
Keep down means suppress or prevent something from rising. Keep your voice down means speak quietly. Keep the noise down means reduce noise.
So it's about suppressing or reducing.
Yes, and it can be about food. I can't keep anything down means vomiting prevents you from keeping food in your stomach.
That's a physical use.
Right. Keep down has multiple meanings. Reduce sound or volume, prevent from rising, or maintain in stomach for eating.
What about keep in?
Keep in is less common. Keep in touch we covered in part 1, but keep in can also mean don't let out or contain.
Can you give me examples?
Keep in your emotions means don't fully express them. Keep the light in means don't let it escape. It's about containing something.
Let's talk about keep track of.
Keep track of your spending means monitor or follow something carefully. Keep track of time means be aware of the time.
So it's about monitoring or following?
Yes, keep track of your progress means monitor how you're doing. I can't keep track of all my passwords means it's hard to monitor them all.
This is so useful in modern life.
Absolutely. With so much information, people constantly need to keep track of things.
Let's talk about keep an eye on.
Keep an eye on something means watch it carefully or monitor it. Keep an eye on the time. Keep an eye on the children.
So it's about careful observation.
Yes, it suggests you need to notice what's happening. Keep an eye on the weather means watch for changes.
This is different from keep track of.
A bit. Keep track of is about following something systematically. Keep an eye on is about watchfulness and observation. Both involve monitoring, but with different focuses.
Let's talk about keep yourself or keep oneself.
Keep yourself warm means maintain warmth. Keep yourself informed means stay current with information.
So you're using keep with reflexive pronouns?
Right. Keep yourself healthy. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself motivated. It shows active responsibility for your own state.
Let's talk about keep company.
Keep someone company means spend time with them to prevent them being alone. I'll keep you company while you wait.
So it's about being together.
Yes, keep company with someone is an older expression meaning spend time with them or be in a relationship with them.
Let's explore keep in different tenses more carefully.
Keep is regular. Past tense is kept. I kept trying. She kept quiet. They kept moving forward.
So it follows regular verb patterns.
Yes, no irregularities. Keep, kept, kept. Very straightforward.
Let's talk about common mistakes learners make with keep in Part 2 contexts.
One mistake, keep to doing something. That's wrong. Should be keep doing something without the to.
So you don't use to before the gerund.
Right. Keep doing, not keep to do. I keep making mistakes, not I keep to make mistakes.
So what other mistakes?
Using keep when they mean continue in formal writing. The meeting kept is wrong. The meeting continued is correct.
So keep is more informal?
In some contexts, yes. Keep is very common and conversational. Continue can sound more formal.
What about with phrasal verbs?
Keep on doing can be overused. Keep doing is often more natural. Don't add on unless you want to emphasize.
So the extra word changes the feeling.
Yes, keep trying is calm. Keep on trying is more emphatic or encouraging.
Let's create realistic dialogue showing advanced keep usage.
Person A, I'm struggling with my fitness goals. Person B, keep up with your exercise routine. Keep track of your workouts. Keep yourself motivated.
That uses multiple keep expressions.
Yes, and it sounds natural and helpful because each keep phrase serves a different purpose.
Let's create another scenario. Someone is new to a job.
Keep up with your colleagues. Keep on learning. Keep your mistakes to yourself initially. Keep an eye on deadlines. Keep track of your responsibilities.
That shows multiple ways to use keep in a professional context.
Exactly, and each one is practical advice.
Let's talk about emotional context with phrasal verbs of keep.
Keep away from toxic people carries emotion. Keep off that subject can sound harsh. Keep it down can sound angry.
So the emotional tone depends on context.
Yes, the same phrase can be said kindly or harshly depending on situation and tone.
Let's talk about keep in idioms and expressions we haven't covered.
Keep your chin up means stay positive. Keep your fingers crossed means hope for good luck. Keep your head means stay calm.
These are idiomatic.
Yes, they're fixed expressions. You can't really change them. Keep your nose out of my business means don't interfere.
Let's do comprehensive practice for listeners.
Fill in the blank. I keep blank late into the night. Studying or study?
Studying. I keep studying late into the night. The gerund is required.
Can you keep blank with the fast pace? Up or going?
Up. Can you keep up with the fast pace? Keep up is the phrasal verb. More practice. Keep blank the grass. Off or away?
Off. Keep off the grass. It's a standard sign.
Keep an eye blank your bag. On or to?
On. Keep an eye on your bag. This is the correct phrasal expression.
Perfect. Listeners understand the advanced usage now?
Yes, they can see how versatile keep really is.
Let's talk about why keep is so important in English.
Because it's so versatile. You can use it in almost any situation. It's fundamental to the language.
So mastering keep improves overall fluency?
Absolutely. Keep is one of those verbs that appears everywhere. Once you master it, you'll understand so much more English.
Let's talk about how keep works in continuous tenses.
I am keeping quiet. She is keeping track of everything. They are keeping up with the pace.
So keep works in continuous tenses.
Yes, though it's less common than simple present, but it works perfectly.
What about perfect tenses?
I have kept my promise. She has kept up with her studies. They have kept away from trouble.
All grammatically correct?
Yes, keep works across all tenses and aspects.
Let's create an advanced dialogue showing sophisticated keep usage.
I've been keeping up with my goals. I keep track of my progress. I'm keeping myself motivated. I keep on pushing forward despite challenges.
That shows complex, natural usage?
Yes, and it sounds like someone talking authentically about their journey.
Let's consolidate by reviewing all the phrasal verbs we covered.
Keep up, maintain pace, keep on, continue, emphatic. Keep off, stay away from. Keep out, don't enter or interfere. Keep back, maintain distance. Keep away, avoid. Keep down, reduce or suppress.
Keep in, contain. Keep track of, monitor. Keep an eye on, watch. Keep company, spend time with. Keep yourself, oneself, maintain your own state. That's a comprehensive list of phrasal verbs with keep?
Yes, these are the most common. There are others, but these are the ones you'll encounter regularly.
Let's talk about which phrasal verbs are most important to know.
Keep up is probably the most essential. You'll hear it constantly. Keep up the good work. Can you keep up?
Keep track of is important too.
Very. Keep track of your time, money, health, everything important. Keep an eye on is common in warnings.
So learners should prioritize these.
Absolutely. Master those three and you have 80% of what you need.
Let's do one final comprehensive practice round.
Scenario 1. Someone asks if you can join them. I'll keep you company while you wait. What phrasal verb is that?
Keep company. It means you'll spend time with them so they're not alone.
Scenario 2. Your boss says, I'm going to keep an eye on this project. What does that mean?
It means she'll monitor it carefully and watch for problems. It's keep an eye on. Scenario 3. You need to keep away from negative influences. What's the phrasal verb?
Keep away from. It means avoid those influences.
Scenario 4. Keep on pushing forward despite the obstacles. What does keep on add?
It adds emphasis and encouragement. Keep pushing is okay, but keep on pushing sounds more determined and supportive.
Perfect. Listeners understand advanced keep usage now?
Completely. They have comprehensive knowledge of this verb.
Let's do a final summary of the entire keep lesson from both parts.
Part 1 covered basic keep meanings: continue doing, maintain a state, hold or possess. Part 2 covers advanced usage, phrasal verbs, and complex applications.
Together, they provide complete mastery of keep?
Absolutely. By the end of Part 2, learners understand keep in almost any context.
What's the most important thing learners should remember?
Keep is incredibly versatile. It appears everywhere in English. The more you master it, the more you understand the language.
So it's worth the effort to really learn this verb.
Absolutely. Keep is one of those fundamental verbs that makes you fluent in everyday English.
If this episode helped you master keep, please subscribe to Clarity English Podcast.
Between Part 1 and Part 2, you now have complete mastery of one of English's most essential verbs.
We read your comments and truly appreciate your engagement with our community.
Thank you for learning with us. This is practical English that will help you communicate better immediately.
Start noticing keep in the English you read and listen to.
Pay attention to how native speakers use it. Your ear will learn the patterns naturally through exposure.
Language learning is about constant awareness and exposure.
Absolutely. The more you notice, the faster you master these verbs.
One final tip before we go.
What's that?
Create your own sentences using each phrasal verb we covered.
That's brilliant. Active creation helps you internalize the usage deeply.
Write them down, say them out loud, use them in real situations.
Yes, active practice is the key to real mastery and automatic usage.
See you in the next episode, friends. Keep growing your English.
Bye, everyone. Remember, keep is versatile, powerful, and everywhere. Master it and communicate with confidence.
Actually, one more quick thing before we go.
What's that?
If you're ever unsure about a keep phrase, remember, keep is usually about maintaining, continuing, or holding. That helps you guess correctly.
That's the perfect quick rule: maintenance, continuation, or possession.
Perfect way to end. Thanks for learning with us on this deep dive into keep.
See you next time. Keep practicing and keep improving your English.